All right.
Okay.
Once I see that pop up on my screen, I'll press go live.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go. All
Okay,
right.
we're live.
Okay.
Hey,
And
can
I'm
you?
live over here.
Okay, perfect.
Let's see if we don't get caught off this time. Okay. Let's just let them flow in.
All right, so we'll try not to get cut off this time, guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry about
Holy
that.
moly, bro.
Take some time for YouTube, but for Instagram, it's real quick. Okay, let's see. There's nothing that tells me like there's a timer or anything like that for that. So that's like real weird. Okay, GSD Nation just joined. Got him. Hello, everyone. Join. Sorry, we got disconnected for some reason. Instagram, YouTube, guys, just please rejoin again. For some reason, we got caught off. I know probably took more than 5 minutes to get back on. But just please rejoin. StreamYard's having some problems, but I hope that before next time we disconnect, we'll have everything done with, and you guys can get off with your normal day. Yes, GSD Nation. Yes, this live session will become a regular thing every Saturday. Except this one because we were doing it today. So next Saturday we're gonna be doing it. It's gonna be 2025.
Oh,
Who's
yeah.
ready for that?
Yes, sir. New year.
Your live stream.
Yep. Okay, let's see over here. YouTube, my YouTube people, please connect. We're almost there. Let's give these people some music here so they can, at least get. This is some music I got here. Let's do red, white, and blue. Okay, I'll turn it a bit down because we're not going to be able to hear ourselves. Good thing this doesn't have any copyright. So. Yep. Okay, guys, pull in. Come on. Okay. Put it on.
We should get some YMCA.
Yeah, it's copyright. Okay. That YMCA is copyright. Okay, guys, let's get in. With 4 people on Instagram. What about you, Taylor?
What?
How many people you got on Instagram right now? So now we can start.
I have 6.
6? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just start off. Let's just keep talking about the Indian tribes. And let's just do that. Okay. So Brody, you were up.
Can someone pause the music?
Yeah, I'll do it.
You're good. All right. So going back to wherever Thomas is, we're going back to Thomas's question. Indian reservations. It's another Indian tribes should be able to live wherever. They should be able to own land. It's just an overstretch of our government wanting more control. Dating back to whenever we were Manifest Destiny moving west, we essentially didn't want the Indians, so we just put them on pieces of land that we basically didn't want. So like in Wyoming, like the Wind River Indian Reservation, and areas in South Dakota. So we just put people, and then the government put restrictions on them. And if you've been to an Indian reservation, I have when I went to South Dakota, it's not very good. It's a very lot of gun violence, drugs, alcohol. Our government has basically given them no assistance, but also managed to completely screw them over. When they're American citizens, they were here before us too, so they're Americans just like us, and they should be able to have the right to own land. And our federal government has overstepped the reach on that. So.
Exactly. Yeah, I think the same thing, Brody and Taylor. I think that government should not have, when it's your property, especially for Native Indians who've been here for a long, long time, longer before us. They should have their rights, and they do, but it's really limited. I think they should have more rights. They have a lot of rights with casinos and stuff like that, but they should have more property rights with their private property, be able to control whatever they want. It's been when I went to Arizona, I don't know if there's any native land by there when you pass through Arizona going to Sedona and Flagstaff, but it's an open wild place. Kind of looks like native, but it's really important for them to understand the government, especially, that they don't have control over their lives, and they should not have control over our lives, especially what we decide with our private property, what we work for, what we do. Everything that we control should not be of their importance, except if it is in putting in danger another citizen, anything like that. They should not have any control over what we want to do with our lives, our properties, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So there's a comment that I do want to address from News of the World. He has said, just so you know, Taylor, your answer is not a typical conservative one. Wow, good answers, guys. Gives me hope for future Republicans. Well, let me just tell you something. I'm not going to have the same answers as Donald Trump. I'm not going to have the same answers as Ben Shapiro. I'm not going to have the same answers as Charlie Kirk. I'm going to have my own answers because this is how I want to run the country, right? We're all going to have different answers. In this generation, yes, we're going to have a different answer because we are not the founding fathers, right? There's some things that they needed to improve on, but they didn't know because their nation wasn't around for years, right? They were around for a few months, when they first started it. They started moving, right? They weren't around to hear all the bad things that could have happened, right? But we're going to improve and we're going to build on our nation so then people will grow to love this nation.
Yeah, that's what our founding fathers wanted. That's exactly what they wanted. They wanted us to make sure to not change completely what this nation really represents, but make sure it adapts to what is happening in modern life.
Real quick, going back on what Taylor said. So about how it was not what Taylor's take on, and sort of mine too, was not a conservative-esque view. I have some so-called liberal views on like our spending of military across the world and how we put foreign citizens in foreign countries for Americans. I've been told that it's very liberal, but I don't see it as that. I see it as a pro-American view, an American view, because back to that, why would we put people that aren't Americans before our own people?
Exactly.
I don't think it's a liberal view.
Yeah, Winston Churchill, I don't think you can get more conservative than that. He had a really good view about military, him especially coming from a military background. He actually said to spend as little money as possible and putting military in specific places and just make sure we have enough money for our country and making sure that our country is safe and not other countries are safe. That's I think what's the most important. And he said that to evade war as possible, whatever we can do to get out of war and to not have a war is the thing we need to do. And he saw it because he was firsthand saw how many people died beside him because he was in war. He went to war in Cuba. He went to war all around in India and the armor trained. There's a lot of places he went. He saw how these young men were just killed out of nowhere. And it's not something we want for modern times.
Back on your the war thing. So you'll see a similarity in this. Any time a major war, geopolitical event happens in the world, whenever the middle to lower class suffers the most, like during war, guess who succeeds? Like rich people, corporations. There's always a correlation between the two. Whenever one suffers, the other one gets richer and richer. It's like during war. Whenever we have to send out people to go die, the corporation just get richer and richer. There's a correlation between it, and you can look at any major geopolitical and historical event.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if there's any more questions in the chat. I'm looking up here. There's nothing.
There is a question. There's a he said it's a difficult question. So News of the World again said, I have another question that's a little harder. Puerto Ricans and Samoans don't have voting rights. This is difficult with the Electoral College. Any ideas?
I'm going to start off on this one. I think that the Puerto Ricans. I have really great friends of Puerto Ricans. They're like fathers for me, and parents for me. The problem with them is that since they were something that was connected, they were a country that was connected for their security, for their wealth and all that stuff. They connected to the United States, so they could become a bigger island with more power they weren't thought to be as long as they have been. I don't know, maybe if you guys have any other ideas, but I think that it should be up to the choice of like Puerto Ricans if they want to separate, if they want to stay with us. But there should be for sure a new, reconstruction of our terms and conditions of when we first started with them.
I feel like I think a territory must become a state before you're able to vote. It gives